Alright guys, gals and morons, here we are on Carpet Audio Test Labs. You're going to notice something a little different here. There's a reason for that. The old copper top met its limitation. This little amp's got some balls, y'all. Alright, so copper top had 750 watt, 1400 max. Well, after I got to doing the math, and I beat on it now, I ain't bullshitting, that motherfucker was moving hard, and all of a sudden old protect light came on the old amp and I had no bass. Now it didn't smoke, not a bit, no smoke at all. I was just getting ready to test, run this shit, trying to get it hooked up and everything, and motherfucker just smoked. I wish I had it on camera, but it didn't smoke. It smelt smoky. Nothing came out of it. The damn top of the coil just, here, I'll show you, hang on a second. It had a little baby coil in it, 2-inch, I think. I believe it was a 2-incher. I don't think it was that big, maybe 1.5 inches. Hang on a minute. Now it definitely held 750 watts, and it damn sure held 1400. But that motherfucker come apart right there. Yep. Old coil looks good except for the top. She boinked. And it just come apart, so it didn't spark, didn't smoke. No smoke, believe it or not, none came out of this. It almost looks like that's where they had it glued, but I don't know. You think it's burnt, but I believe that's where they had it glued, and it just let loose. It was taking it like a champ. Now the coil was perfect. It just broke right there off the glue. So it just quit. So I cut it open and look at them big old tinsel leads and shit. Well, hang on. There you are. They're not, they weren't burnt. Nothing's burnt. Motherfucker just right there just come apart. And it stank, but it didn't smoke at all out of the box. None. Wasn't hot or anything. As soon as I pulled it out and cut it, I could put my hands on it. It wasn't hot. No. That's just a shitty glue job. That right there is where shitty glue was applied to the damn top of it to keep it to the former, and motherfuckers just come apart. Yep. You can see where they put glue there, right? That's what it is. They just glued that top piece that you could see. So would I recommend this little sub for, say, 750 watts? Yeah, hell yeah. It'd get down on that, but obviously the old Vevor's doing more. You'll see the numbers here in just a second. Now with this Pioneer, the Pioneer's 3500 max, shut up. 3500 max and 1800 RMS. So this little amp's strong, guys. This is a 1500. Now the HDs in the car at 16 volts are making 54 volts RMS on music. This amp is not far behind, and this is a 1500. So this is 1500 at 1 ohm. The amps in the car, the HDs, are 3000 at 2 ohm. The numbers I get on or off music are going to be the same, guys. It don't make no fucking difference. No. But this clip light is pretty damn accurate. It's real sensitive, so I would say you could trust it, but it's super sensitive. Now the protection in the amp is obviously great. It went into protect, it immediately shut off. The amp stayed on, but it went into protect, no music. And that's when I checked the sub, and there was no smoke or nothing. I was like, what the fuck? And I pushed in on the sub, and it was just perfect. So I ohmed it out and it didn't have anything, and I knew right then, I was like, the coil come unwound, or just broke apart. And that's what it was. Just one wire is all it takes. Bleep, broke it apart. So I didn't have shit on that sub. Both sides were gone. It was catastrophic. But if you would have saw how far it was moving, god damn, it was moving that far. And I was playing some low 20 hertz shit. But at this power level, you're going to see, no wonder. I mean, is this a 1500 watt amp? Hell yeah. All day long. It's a very strong amp. Surprised me. And the fan, you hear the fan running? That's about as loud as it'll get. It might get a little bit louder as you start getting on it, but it ain't much, man. You can barely hear it. Because the amp on this particular, or the fan on this particular amp is on the bottom instead of the sides. So I got it elevated just a little bit. It's not warm at all. Miller's got the heat gun. It's not even my skin temperature. No. The clip light on the remote does match up with the amp. Let's get it on, guys. Let's let it get it on. Now, what I had to do to get this amp to make its power was go up on my input RCA voltage. Normally I play this at 1, and for this I had to do, I think 5, I believe, or 7. Let me see. I think it's 5. 3. I got it on 3, so I had to go up just a little bit to give it its power. It'll make more power, but it'll start tickling, clipping. I'll let you see it. I'll go up one more notch on that, and it's gonna make some good numbers, but just check it out. Let's play some songs here. Right here. I set it up with Peekaboo, by the way. We'll play it first.
This is Vevor's tile cutter.
Look, Vevor's coming up on every fucking channel now, ain't it? Everybody's TV, ain't it? That's kind of weird, huh? Alright, let me get my volume up to 28.
Alright. What? Look. What they talking about? They talking about none. 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 Huh? They talking about none. Alright. What they talking about? They talking about none. 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 Huh? They ain't talking about none. Peekaboo, I just put them bookers in my chain. Peekaboo, 80 pointers like a Kobe game. Peekaboo, 7.62s, I make them plain. Peekaboo, popping out, you better smell my name. Peekaboo, put 2 foreigns on the 405. Peekaboo, Kashi Pepper if I'm doing pasta. Peekaboo, why you acting tough on IG Live? Peekaboo, you know my little niggas off they rocker. Peekaboo, surprise, bitch, it's that nigga chicken cheese. Peekaboo, let me FaceTime my op, bitch, I'm in the street. Peekaboo, yeah, it's AGs, I'm putting something to sleep. Peekaboo, on the ground, I praise God and start stumping feet. Peekaboo, I put 10 on his face, bitch, my shooter playing. Peekaboo, I hit it from the back, I told her move her hands. Peekaboo, then saw my thumb in where her at. Peekaboo, on your top, I'm with dot.
Guys, that's a very stiff sub. Real stiff. It's never been broke in. This is the first time playing it. That other sub was moving this far. It wasn't jumping the gap. I don't see how. But it wasn't. And it didn't bottom out. It just couldn't take that power. Now you're seeing 40 something volts on here. A 3K in the car at 16 volts is doing 54 clean. So I can get this to those numbers. You're going to see a slight tickle up here on clip, but this is showing clipping even when it's not clipping. It's very sensitive. So always trust the O-scope, don't trust the light. But is this light really close? Yeah. I'm very surprised by that. Yes, so far, man, this is impressive. Let me get to something else. It's a low song. That's clean, that's wide open. On the bass knob, that's at 20, 28 clean. Now let me bump it up one on the bass. I don't want to touch the gain on the amp. So I'm gonna go up to +5. That's a lot on a Kenwood and a JVC head unit. They don't do one, they go by twos. So let's give her some juice again. Let me turn the bass knob down. Remember, this sub's not broke in, it just got put in right before the video started. So it's still clean. Alright, now I'm gonna go back to peekaboo. It's gonna make some numbers right here. You're gonna see a little bit of clipping, but watch the numbers. Now you see why I say set it with peekaboo. Did you see that chop? And I'm trying to calm it down with the bass knob. Best thing to do is when you play that song, cut it back one. Let's see. Cut it back to, let's see, +3. Back out of that. Let's try it again, see if we can get, the numbers should be pretty close to the same. You just are gonna lose a lot of that chop.
Peekaboo, I just put them bookers in my chain. Peekaboo, 80 pointers like a Kobe game. Peekaboo, 7.62s I make them plain. Peekaboo, popping out, you better smell my name. Peekaboo, put 2 foreigns on the 405. Peekaboo, catch a pepper here from doing pasta. Peekaboo, why you acting tough on IG Live? Peekaboo, you know my little niggas off they rocker. Peekaboo, surprise bitch, it's that nigga chicken cheese. Peekaboo, let me FaceTime my op, bitch, I'm in the street. Peekaboo, yes, AGs, I'm putting something to sleep. Peekaboo, on the ground, I praise God and start stumping feet. Peekaboo, I put 10 on his face, bitch, my shooter playing. Peekaboo, I hit it from the back, I told her move her hands. Peekaboo, then slide my thumb in where her at. Peekaboo, on your top, I'm with dot, bitch, don't look back. What they talking about? They ain't talking about nothing. What they talking about? They ain't talking about nothing. What they talking about? They ain't talking about nothing. What they talking about? They ain't talking about nothing. Huh? They ain't talking about nothing. Hey, 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 that's my bitch. Hey, 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 that's my bitch. Hey, 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 with all that fake shit. Hey, 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 ain't the one to play with. Hey, 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 pull off in a lamb, double pocket all that tams. Mister, get off on your mans. If he hate you disrespect, you better follow up with hands. Losses to the neck, but now I'm trophied up, I'm saying like bing, bop, boom, 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 bop, bam. The type of shit I'm on, you wouldn't understand. The type of skits I'm on, you wouldn't understand. Big dog business, I would not hold your hand. Broke bitch business, I cannot be your man. Never got his ass whooped until he opened up that can. Damn, hey, who?
What I don't like about this amp is the bass knob is lazy. So you have to get it at least, you've got to turn it back over halfway around to get it to react. Yeah, it's the last half of it really doesn't do anything. So if you got it at like in the middle of the road, that last half of the knob is really nothing. It's not doing shit. No. I can't, it's hard to tell with that damn blue ass light. Let me see if I can cover it up. So I'm all the way back right there at almost right at a quarter before it started calming that down and bringing the level down. Once you get past a quarter and up, it don't do shit. No, that's the only thing I don't like. Which I wouldn't use this bass knob anyway. I mean, maybe to look at the clip light, but that would be the only reason. But once you got these things set up, man, you don't need the fucking clip light on this thing. No. Like I said, they don't really match up worth of shit anyway. You need to check. You need to always test with the O-scope. Let me pause it. I'll play a couple more songs and I'll tell you my final thoughts on the amp. Fan barely running. It's not loud. You can hardly hear that thing. No, it's not loud at all. The amp is ice cold. Play a couple more songs. Now that was rock, and I turned it up 1 on the bass. because on rock and roll you can get by with it. So now we're back at +3. That was on volume 28. Yep. Play one more song and I'm going to give you my update. Alright guys, gals and morons, this is what I think of it. I think this is one of the best bang for the bucks you're gonna buy. That's my thoughts. This amp has a awesome protection circuit. That was proven here by me earlier. I just showed you the coil. That sub had a bunch of power to do that. It took a lot of power to do that. This is the paperwork off that other sub. This is a 3,500 watt max sub, 1800 RMS, and it's beating the shit out of it. This is a very, very stiff sub. Guys, I can barely push it in. This is a Pro Pioneer. That ain't no piece of shit subwoofer. No, that's a great sub. No, there ain't no stinky coming out of it, none at all, nothing. This amp, the clip light's pretty damn on point. I mean, I'm gonna give it a damn A, not an A+, but I'm gonna give it an A. It is extremely cool. There is no heat whatsoever on this amp, none. The fan running, it's running. It doesn't get hot. This thing is not hot at all. Nowhere, none. The sides, anywhere. Wished I had my temp gun, guys. It's colder than my skin, and I've been playing this thing for a while. That bass knob was wide open, and I went up on the bass here. I'll show it to you. To a +5. This is a good amp. There's nothing wrong with this amp. This amp's worth every fucking penny. Yes. You a dumbass if you don't buy one. That's all I'm gonna tell you. This is a great amp. It is very heavy. Guys, this is running on 8-gauge wire. This is at 14.4 volts. Those numbers I was seeing 40s, mid 40s. This is a very powerful 1500. This is more than 1500 watts. There's no doubt about that. It has a single input, you know, right here. And these are linkable, not strappable, of course, but it's linkable. So you can link it to another amp. All I did was just basically come off the radio, off the Y's to a single, back into a single here. This amp's, it's great. I highly recommend it. These nuts gonna give it approval. I give this an approval. I give this amp, man, a 1 out of a 10 for a Brazilian style China amp. I'm gonna give it about an 8.5. This is a good amp. It sounds good. It moves the sub really well. It's clean. The only part I don't like, I would give it a higher rating if this damn amp, if this bass knob, I hate to be like Big Dummy, but this bass knob is very lazy. In other words, it kicks in very, very fast, but then at the end, your 3/4 of the motion doesn't do anything. Is the clip light match up to the amp? Yes. Would I buy them again? Absolutely. Will I run them in the car? Yes. They will be running in the car. This 1500 watt amp is doing way more than 1500 watts. This is one of these amps that's going to be way underrated. And it's going to surprise people. Hey, don't put this motherfucker on no 1400 max sub. You're going to blow that shit sky high. I've done that. I know what I'm doing, but that sub, the power was clean. That power was clean as hell. It just could not take it. No, it just literally come unwound. I don't know if once that glue heated up just a tad bit, it was shitty glue. But I've been pounding with that sub a while. You know, on lower power shit, of course. But once it saw some real power, nah. It was moving 2 inches, guys. That motherfucker, it had the stroke, but it couldn't stay together. And the amp did protect itself, and it didn't burn up. No, it didn't catch on fire. No, it's not even hot. You guys take care and have a great day. I hope this helps you with your buying and whatever choices you're going to do. But for this amp was less than $100. That's a great amp. You guys take care. See you.